So, in this video lecture, I'll be discussing to you the topics under week 3. Okay? And take note that in our second quiz, this is included. The same also with our week 4, which will be discussed next week. So, the topics under week 3 are electric flux and Gauss's law. So, let's define what is electric flux. So when we say electric flux, it is the rate of flow of the electric field through a given area. Okay, so may involved na object kung saan ang object na ito ay may area. So it is proportional to the number of electric field lines going through a virtual surface. So take a look at this image. Yung mga nakikita nyong line dyan, those are electric field. Those are electric field that is passing through a given object. And this object, in this object, meron siyang area. Just like this square. Okay? So, may nakikita kayong mga arrows na nagpa-pass through in that object. Okay? In that area of a given object. Okay? So, in order for us to calculate electric flux, we just need to multiply the electric field and the area. Okay? The electric field and the area. So it is just a multiplication. And we also have your second formula. Now, the difference between these two, kapag yung problem nakakita kayo ng theta or angle, you will use the second formula. But if the problem did not give any angle, so definitely you will be using the first formula here. Okay, so what are these symbols? So the first one is your phi symbol, that is electric flux, which is expressed in Newton times meter squared all over Coulomb. So that's the unit of our electric flux. Your E is also electric field. Na-lesson na natin to. The unit is Newton per Coulomb. And of course, your area is in meter squared. And the theta that you can see here is of course our angle. Okay, so our lesson for week 3 is just easy. Okay, it's just multiplication. So let's apply it in a given problem. So let's have this first example. So a uniform electric field, which is equal to 8,000 Newton per Coulomb, passing through a flat square area, whereas the area of this square is equal to 10 meter squared. Determine the electric flux. So as you can see, there is no theta or there is no angle that is being provided in the given or in the problem. So yes, we will be using your first formula. But before that, let's list all the given values. So we have your electric field. Your electric field is equal to 8,000 Newton per Coulomb. So yung area naman natin, that is equal to 10 meter squared. Okay, so sabi natin first formula ang gagamitin. So but before that, here's the illustration of that problem, no? That is the square, and those the lines that you can see there are the electric field. Okay, whereas the amount of electric field, each arrow is equal to 8,000 Newton per Coulomb. So using the formula phi is equal to E times A, we substitute E into 8,000 Newton per Coulomb and our area, which is equal to 10 meters squared. So just multiply 8,000 and 10. So the product will be 80,000 Newton times meter squared. Okay? So which means there are 80,000 lines. There are 80,000 electric field lines that is passing through in a given area, which is this area is equivalent to 10 meter squared. So as easy as that. So next problem, a uniform electric field which is equal to 5,000 Newton per Coulomb passing through a flat square are the area is 2 meter squared and is tilted in 60 degree. So determine the electric flux. So listing all the given, we have your E which is equal to 5,000 Newton per Coulomb. Our area which is also equal to 2 meters squared. And our theta is 60 degrees. Okay, so since there is angle, definitely we will be using your second formula which is equal to E times A and the cosine of the given angle which is 60 degrees. So substituting this formula, our E is 5,000, our A is 2 meter squared, and the cosine of 60 degree. Since 60 degree ang given nating angle. So just multiply those, input it in your calculator, and you will get 5,000 Newton times meter squared per Coulomb. So that's the final answer for this second problem. Okay, third problem. So determine the electric flux if a 4 centimeter in the XY plane sits in a uniform electric field which is equal to 5 Newton per Coulomb. Okay, so let's dissect the given. We have our electric field which is equal to 5 Newton per Coulomb, and the side, okay, your 4 centimeter is not the area, it is not hindi pa siya area. Okay, 4 centimeter isang that is the length of a single side of a particular shape. Okay, so what is being asked? Determine the electric flux. Okay, so as you can see, sabi dito X and Y. So we have your Y here, yung line nakikita nyo, yung black dito, and your X plane. So we have your X and Y plane. So in physics, when we say X and Y plane, okay, the other side of this has also its X and Y, which makes it a perfect square. Okay, so ang given lang dito ay 4 centimeter. That is one side of the square. So that is still not the area. So which means, recalling your mathematics in your high school lessons, how do we get the area of a square? That is, area equals S squared. So we substitute the formula. A is equal to 4 centimeter squared. So you will be getting 16 centimeter. However, as you can see, the unit of our area is centimeter. Okay, I'm sorry, there should be a square here. 16 centimeter square dapat ito. Okay? So we need to convert centimeter into meter, because the area should always be expressed in meter squared. So converting this, so 16 centimeter squared times, we all know that there are 100 centimeter in 1 meter. Okay, so you just have to put squared there, kasi centimeter squared yung kino-convert natin. Okay, so when you put this in a calculator, you should get 0.0016 meter squared. So, yan ang gagamitin nating area na isa-substitute sa A, sa formula natin. So, using the formula, okay, since the problem has no angle, the formula to be used should be the first one. Okay, hindi yung nandito sa PowerPoint na E A cos theta. It should be the phi is equal to electric field times area lang. Wala yung cos theta, since walang angle na given. Okay? So, substituting the formula, we have 5 Newton per Coulomb times the area, which is 0.0016 meters squared. So, you should get an answer which is equal to 8.0 times 10 raised to negative 3. The unit of phi is Newton times meter squared per Coulomb. Okay, so that's the answer for this third problem. Okay, next topic, we have your Gauss's law. Okay, Gauss' law. It states that the net outward normal electric flux through any closed surface is proportional to the total electric charge enclosed within that closed surface. Okay, masyadong complex ang definition niya. So, but let's simplify. Considering a box, okay? Etong box na to, it's a closed surface. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang isang single side ang meron, di ba? Kumpara dun sa previous image natin, yung electric field, nagpa-pass through lang siya sa isang side. However, in a closed surface, just like box, di ba? How many sides are there? Na meron sa box, di ba? We have 6, di ba? 4 corners and yung top and bottom sides. That makes 6 in total. Okay? So, ang sinasabi ng Gaussian surface is that when we put a charge inside that closed surface, definitely the direction of the electric field is outward. Okay? It's outward. Kasi positive siya. Kapag negative naman to, anong magiging direction? It's inward the circle. But since this is positive, so definitely the direction of the electric field should be outward the circle. So that is Gaussian surface. We will be going to calculate the net electric flux that is passing through to a closed surface. And there is another formula to be used here. Ibang formula ang gagamitin natin. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung previous kasi isang side lang yun. Pero ito kasi madaming side na at closed surface siya. Okay, the same also here with the sphere. Sphere is a closed surface. Tapos sa loob ng sphere nandoon yung charge. Okay? So here's the formula in computing electric flux in a closed surface. So we have these are the descriptions of these symbols. Your phi sub E there is the electric flux through a closed surface. And they have the same units, of course, that is Newton times meter squared per coulomb. Your Q, that is charge, given charge, which is measured in coulomb. And your epsilon na nasa denominator, epsilon symbol, that is what we call electric constant or permittivity of free space. So there is another constant that you need to memorize, which is equal to 8.85 times 10 raised to 12. And remember the units, that is coulomb square per Newton times meter squared. So that is the unit of the epsilon. So let's apply this in this example. A closed surface, so as you can see, you have the clue word there, closed surface. So definitely you will know what formula to be used. Okay? A closed surface encloses a net charge of 10 nanocoulomb. What is the net electric flux through the surface? So listing all the given, we have your charge that is equal to 10 nanocoulomb. As you can see, that is in nanocoulomb. So we need to convert in coulomb. And we all know that nano is 10 raised to negative 9. So that will be equal to 10 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. So what is being asked in the problem? The net electric flux. So definitely that is equal to Q divided by the epsilon or permittivity of free space. So just substituting the formula, our Q is 10 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb, and our constant epsilon, that is 8.85 times 10 raised to negative 12 coulomb squared over Newton times meter squared. And the answer for this, if you will put this in a calculator, you should get 1129.94 Newton times meter squared per coulomb. So, that's the end of our week 3. Madali lang yung topic natin sa week 3 and week 4. So, you badly need to watch this so that, because I will no longer discuss this personally kasi wala na tayong time. That's all for now and good night. I mean, good day. Sorry, nire-record ko kasi to this night.